In a world where true beauty reigns, where an individual shines brighter than the sun, and everyone feels beautiful in their own way, there is my eternal beauty.
Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be doing an episode on how you can grow your hair long in a short period of time. As you can see, my hair is pretty long now, and I'll show you guys a picture of what it looked like about a year ago. And it was above my shoulders, and so now it's all the way down here, and it's like 14 to 15 inches.
This is a can you believe I had that hair moment.
So I'm just going to go through a couple steps with you guys that worked for me. And this is also a hair care video because really and truly the first step to having long hair is you need to take care of it. And it reduces breakage, which means you won't have to get it trimmed very often, which we'll discuss a little bit later. And it will just be overall very well for your hair. But first, I would like to welcome all of the new subscribers. I'm really excited. A couple days ago it was 18, and now the last time I checked it was 27. So thank you guys so much for subscribing, and keep it up. So one of the first things that I would have to say is important to do is if you're going to use hot tools like a curling iron, a flat iron, hot rollers, if you're even going to blow dry your hair, then you need to use a heat protectant. Because otherwise what you're going to do is you're going to end up frying your hair to the point where it's going to be limp and do absolutely nothing. Or it will just give a really frizzy look and you won't be able to control it, and it will only get worse until like you cut it off. And nobody wants to cut their hair all the way up to here because they completely damage their hair. So definitely if you use those tools every day use a heat protectant. They have heat protectants that you put in right after you shower and then it keeps working. So you can use that, but do not forget your heat protectant. That's one of the most important things on this list. But the second one is to use a leave-in conditioner. I personally love leave-in conditioners because they work all the time. Whether you have to run to the store, then the leave-in conditioners are working, and you don't have to rinse them out. And also another thing I love about leave-in conditioners is that they don't make your hair look greasy. But also there is caution when using leave-in conditioners not to put it on your roots, just to put it on your ends, because your roots is already getting the nutrients from the oils from your hair. Believe it or not, that's actually a good thing and not a bad thing, but your ends are not. So you want to make sure that your ends really get a really good treatment of the leave-in conditioner. But definitely I would suggest going out and buying one. One of my favorites, it's a 10. They have a lot of different series. One's a keratin treatment, they have the regular treatment, and I can't remember, but they have at least like 3 or 4 different ones. So you can get the one that suits whatever one that you would like to get or think best suits your hair. The third one is to use a deep conditioner. A deep conditioner is so healthy for your hair. That, or they're sometimes called, there's a type called a reconstructive conditioner, and what this does is when you color your hair or when you do anything to your hair, then it takes fragments out of your hair. But a reconstructive conditioner takes and fills those back in, and it makes your hair really strong and really healthy. So definitely use a deep conditioner. Now, a deep conditioner is not the stuff that you put in your hair and it says to leave in for 3 to 5 minutes. That is not a deep conditioner. A deep conditioner is one that usually requires heat and is usually in for 15 to 20 minutes or longer. That really makes sure that it gets to the cortex of the hair, which is where all of your the chemical changes is, and that's where your strength and your elasticity of your hair comes from. So you're going to get a little hair analysis 101. But also what a deep conditioner will do is, well, there's 3 layers. The cuticle layer is your outer layer, and it's also going to smooth down the cuticle layer. So this helps get a really shiny appearance, and it basically blocks out any unwanted things from your hair. And that's so important in order to have your hair be healthy and shiny and all of that important stuff. So definitely I would suggest using a deep conditioner at least once a week. You don't want to overdo it, but just like the leave-in conditioner, you want to apply it mostly to your ends and not so much to your roots, because your natural oils from your scalp already take care of your roots, so those don't need to be focused on as much. And if you put a leave-in conditioner more on your roots, then it's going to look greasy, and then you're going to have to take another shower, and it's this whole like circle thing. So that's what I would suggest. But also, when you get out of the shower and when you after you wash your hair, don't brush it until it's mostly dry. Because when your hair is wet, then it stretches up to 50%. And what that means is, because it's stretching, then it's not as strong. It's more fragile. So when you brush your hair, then you're breaking off little fragments because your hair can't take the brushing, and that, of course, like I mentioned before, it goes with breakage. And because your hair is breaking, then it doesn't look as good as it could. So that's definitely another way that you can help take care of your hair to make sure that you have nice strong hair, and that will help it grow. But also, as one of my previous videos had mentioned, you can use an anti-dandruff shampoo, and this helps, I've noticed, because it hydrates your hair follicle, so it helps your hair grow faster. Mine was growing about 3/4 of an inch per month, and then it went to like 1.5 inches or a little bit less than that. So my hair was growing really, really fast. And otherwise, if your hair grows at the same pace, because your hair is supposed to grow about 1/2 inch per month, then that's only 6 inches for a year. And for some people, like, they got a really, really bad haircut and they want it long fast. Anyways, use an anti-dandruff shampoo. If you don't want to use that, then please get a shampoo that is a gentle cleaning. There are, of course, once again, going back to the whole science of it all, there's 2 types of shampoos. There's the alkaline, and then there's the acid. But the acid is, because our hair is already acidic, then if we use an acid shampoo, then it's going to help, once again, smooth down that cuticle, and it's better for our hair. Whereas alkaline shampoos, which is what a lot of our shampoos are, then it raises the cuticle, and then it causes all of these problems for us later. So try, if you can find one. I know there's a lot at like the drugstores that you can get. Get one that's gentle cleaning or an anti-dandruff shampoo, and then that's also going to help take care of your hair to the best that you possibly can, along with these other tips. Another tip is to get regular haircuts. I realize that not everybody can get haircuts like every 6 weeks. And really, I guess it depends on your hair. If you have layers, then you don't necessarily have to get your hair cut every 6 weeks, because it's shorter in some areas. And but if you have like longer blunt ends, then you can tell a lot quicker that you have split ends. And split ends are a thing you do not want to get, because they just, if you don't cut them off, then they just keep going up and up and up your hair, and then you just have to cut so much off. So when you notice that you're getting split ends, then you need to more or less immediately go to a hair salon, have your friend cut it. If your parents cut it, I don't know who cut your hair, but go to whoever it is and have them cut your hair, because then this is going to help keep it happy and healthy and very nice looking instead of kind of like frizzy all over the place kind of hair. Another tip to go along with the first tip is try not to use hot tools all of the time. Because even with a heat protectant, it's still going to damage your hair. And so it's better that you use it maybe a couple times a week instead of every day. Like I had this friend and he flat ironed his hair every day, and in the end his hair was like completely fried because he was doing everything to it, bleaching it, this and that. So just really be careful. Even if you are using a heat protectant, be careful when you're using your hot tools and make sure that they're not too high if you have ones that are adjustable. Just ultimately be careful because they are dangerous, and not just for your skin. They're also dangerous for your hair. It's good not to wash your hair every day. I know a lot of people say that they can't go like a day without washing their hair, and that's fine, but if you can go more than one day without washing your hair, then I would highly suggest that you do that, because your hair and your scalp need those essential oils that are coming from your scalp. And so whenever you shampoo your hair, then the oils are gone, and so there's really nothing to help moisturize your scalp and help your hair growth. So along with that, you can take some, I know down at Walmart, I think they have these vitamins or whatever. It's for the growth of hair, nails, and other stuff. So you can also use those, but if you don't prefer the pills, then you don't have to take them. But just one more suggestion is that be very careful when you color your hair. Especially after you bleach it, you need to deep condition your hair, because basically you just took every ounce of strength from your hair, you just took it out. Because bleach is very brutal. It's brutal to clothes, it's brutal to skin, and it's even more brutal to hair, because hair is so much more fragile than anything else. So definitely deep condition your hair. Like I've gotten highlights, I've colored my hair, I've bleached my hair, I've done everything under the sun. But after every time I have deep conditioned my hair. And it is because of that the stylist I go to says that I have the most healthiest hair she's ever seen. So definitely, when in doubt, deep condition. Because that ultimately, if you color your hair all the time, if you bleach your hair all the time, if you get a lot of highlights, if you want to be blonde but you're like this brown color or something, then deep condition your hair, because that's really going to help put those pieces back together, slick down your cuticle, and give it a shinier appearance. This last tip is if you want to get shiny hair. I've tried this. I was told this, actually, I learned it in cosmetology school. But if you want really shiny hair, then all you have to do is, before you get out of the shower, just put some cold water on your hair. Because, once again, back to the whole composition of hair, your cuticle layer closes with cold water. So when you put cold water on it, then it's going to do those chemical changes, and your hair is going to look so much shinier. So really, just take care of your hair the best that you can. If you find other ways that are better for your hair, or you think really help your hair grow, then please leave a comment below. I really want to hear about you guys. If you try some of these techniques and you find out your hair is going towards the good or for the bad, please leave a comment below. And I really look forward to hearing from you guys. So that's it for this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.